Women Against Hardship creates personalized programs and services to help struggling families. Joining us today is founder and CEO, Gloria Taylor. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm happy to be. This is return again. This
yes.
is great.
No, it's great to have you in studio, and we've got a great event coming up on May 18th that we're really going to focus on today. But before we get into the details of that, I thought you could remind people what Community Women Against Hardship does and its mission and some of its programs and services.
Well, we offer programs and services to women. Primarily, we've had, the majority of them are single women with children. And the bottom line to the mission is that we want them to be able to take care of their children. And so we have both programming for Parent Opportunity Program as well as the children and youth. So we offer an array of, whether it's robotics or the SELF program, which is looking how to empower them. We have travel opportunities for them to go to college campuses like Howard University and Spelman and Morehouse so that they know their history. So it gives a breadth of opportunities for them, whether it's music or fine arts. We find so many of these young people are in schools that don't always have the arts, sports, but not the arts. And so Community Women has offered these things because these are the kinds of things that give impact and growth for people to be able to move and begin to dream and set goals so that they improve the way their family lives.
And how would you say over the years that the program and services have changed? Because we're going to be talking about a walk and a health fair that's coming up. But I mean, how have you had to adjust the programs with just changes that are going on?
Well, the changes, primarily when we first started, we had a waiting list. And kids would be outside from Cole School then. Which is right in front of where we reside. But that's because neighborhood schools and the people lived in those neighborhoods, and so that's why we were there. And so once they start transporting, it's very difficult for us to get those young people, even though their need is there, because they're bussed in and they're bussed out. So that was a major change, okay? And then there were many things going on in these children's lives. For instance, we have music on Saturday, but these kids had different things going on connected with the school. So we had to begin to see, how do we approach this so that we can gain opportunities that perhaps the schools, we're not a school, that the school might not be offering.
Well, let's talk about this event coming up on May 18th. It's the Walk and Health Fair. Later in our second segment, we're going to be joined by someone who's going to be at that fair. But give me an overview of what's going to take place on that day.
Well, health and wellness is an intricate part of Community Women Against Hardship. Obviously, it impacts the quality of life. And so we have had for years, we've had boxing, we've had the nutritionists there, dietitians, so that they understand about the foods, how it impacts our system and that kind of thing. So we've had this for a long time. However, we got more intricate with it. So we have cardiologists coming, we have endocrinologists on the board, we have 2 physicians on the board we have a working board, so that makes a difference. And so we began to see people that were quite large and found the kids quite large. And so I said, we have a boutique, we have a clothing boutique, and I said, well, these things are not appropriate for these kids. This is for older people, but they're so large they can't, the children's sizes. So that's why we began to emphasize more and give more emphasis to the health, because we began to see the people in terms of obesity. And so quite a bit of that lends itself toward compromise in terms of quality of life.
And so then came about the walk and the health fair.
The walk, this is our 15th year with it, because some people never walked.
Oh, yeah.
They never walked. And of course we added food, okay, and we added a bit of entertainment, and we play volleyball. We have a hula hoop contest for young people, and they get cash prizes. You've got to have some kind of incentive that says, oh, I can do this. And we have a young entrepreneur that comes. She's 10 years of age, but she's got a product now, and so it gives her an opportunity, you know. So this year will be the wobble. We've had Tai Chi demonstrations. So there's a variety of things being offered aside from the walk itself. Now, more importantly, we have the health practitioners there.
Yes.
And this year I'm excited because we have even more joined with us this time in terms of dentistry in terms of our teeth.
Yes.
That we hadn't had before. Some of the others have returned, but we've got prostate cancer this time. Cardiology, even though we have forums about cardiology, 1 out of 4 women are at risk for heart disease. That's across ethnicities. We need to talk about what those symptoms are. Do we know what the symptoms are for women?
Well, I think that's a great way. I don't mean to cut you off. We're going to go to break, but I do want to get into some more details about those specifics that are going to be at the fair. But before we go to break, I have the information there for you on the screen. It's Walk and Health Fair. It's taking place Saturday, May 18th. That's just in a couple weeks at Tower Grove Park. For more information, you can head to Community Women Against Hardship's website, which is CWAH.org. But don't go anywhere. We're going to be joined by someone from Siteman Cancer Center, which is going to be at the fair. So stay with us. We'll be right back after the short break.